everyone, it's Sammy from Scrapmaster's Paradise, and today I'm going to show you guys my scrapbook planner. So I have not been in the scrap room hardly at all. You guys have totally been able to tell by the video content over here. I have just not been filming, I've not been scrapbooking, and so I'm really trying hard to get back into it. You guys have followed along with all of the house adventures, and if you want to know more about that, you can definitely check out my other channel, but it really put me into a funk to where I did not feel like scrapbooking the last few months, so I really have just taken a break from it. I've tried to scrapbook here and there, but I was just not feeling it, and I'm trying to force it now. I'm trying to force myself back into it because scrapbooking is so therapeutic, and I definitely feel like I need that, that creative outlet. So I am trying to motivate myself by using a planner. So this is an Inkwell press planner. I do have a full video walking through the Inkwell press planners I picked up for this year. This is one of their hardbound ones. I don't know what they're calling this. It's not the coil bound that they usually sell. It's a lay flat, which is really cool. So wherever you put it, you can just lay it flat. It's mostly flat, which is beautiful, and I just love the way that the binding is done, so it can just lay flat like that. So I have actually had this out on my scrapbook desk since the beginning of the year, and I just recently started a scrapbook challenge. I'm really challenging myself to do something creative every day. I actually haven't been marking it off, but I'll show you guys the progress that I made the last couple of days. We had family in town the first week of January, so I'm just now, getting into my planning and stuff. So let's jump to the beginning of the year here. Where are we? There we are. So January, I had set to start this over the weekend. I didn't really do all that much over the weekend, but I did some stuff the couple of days leading up to that. This planner is a monthly spread and also the weekly spreads. And there's some goal pages, which I'll show you as well. So looking at the monthly view, I have a couple of goals for this month. I guess I could show you the other page too. Let's see. The other page is right here. So my main goal is to get back in the scrapbook room, start making it a habit to be in here more, because I really just got out of the habit of scrapbooking at all. It's something, some of the time I don't even think about it. That's really unusual for me. So I'm going to try to get myself back in here every day, or thinking about scrapbooking every day, doing some sort of step towards scrapbooking. So I have the daily scrap challenge down here on the little habit tracker, and you can check off the days. And I also have a little plan here. I've got some goals for myself actually for January. So I want to finish my Project Life 2017. At this point in time, I am almost completely done with October, moving into November. So that's 2 more months. I can totally knock that out by the end of this month and start with the traditional pages for 2017. I am not going to be doing Project Life in the way that I did it before. I'm really going to take a step back. My plan is to not do so much Project Life spreads, but pick out the best, most important photos and do more traditional pages, because that's what I really love to do. I do love that I can get like a lot of pictures in with this, but I don't love this like I love the traditional pages. Those have just a special place in my heart. The act of making the traditional pages, I just love. It's super creative and I love it. And this, I'm like sticking to a system, and it's more mindless for me. So I don't find as great of joy in the Project Lifestyle layouts as I do in making the traditional pages. I hope that makes sense. It sounds kind of silly, but I hope it makes sense for you guys. It just doesn't fill me with joy to sit down and make these like it does the traditional pages. So I'm going to try to do more traditional pages this year and just, pick out the best of the best photos. This is something I have been having to work on since she was born. I cannot scrapbook all the photos. I need to get that out of my mind that I should be scrapping all the photos. I just need to pick the very best of the best. And think about it long term. What is she going to want to see, when she's older? So I'm going to really try to narrow it down even better than I did in 2017, which I think I got to a good place where I was just doing, 1 to 2 pages for each week, which is a lot better than I started out with. Those are my overall goals for the year, and also, for this month specifically. I'm going to try to just knock out the rest of that Project Life. And so looking at the month at a glance view, I had starting my scrapbook challenge over the weekend, and I picked out a couple of goals that I want to have for this month to jumpstart back into everything. Find 2 layout challenges to play along with. Just pick some scrap challenges and play along this month, and also do the daily scrap challenge, and then trying to aim for 1 to 2 videos per week, and 1 being minimum. I really want to get a video every week for you guys, even if it's just sitting down saying, this is what I got done this week. Even if I'm not making a tutorial or going through the process video, I do this for me. I do my blog for me, and I love that I get to share it with you guys, and I love that you guys enjoy it, but I'm not doing this for a business. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm just doing this as my passion thing to try to inspire other people, and I'm just gonna do the things that give me the most joy. And I found that after so many process videos, they were becoming really repetitive, and the voiceovers are really hard for me to do. They just take a lot of extra effort, and I wasn't finding joy in it anymore. So that's why I kind of fizzled out with that throughout the year. But I'm going to try to do 1 to 2 videos per week that do bring me joy. Maybe a process video here and there, but I'm not going to stick with, the process videos as heavily as I did throughout 2017. And I also, need to work on 2017 and get it in the books and done. And so looking at this last week, we are currently on Monday the 8th, so this week is done. What I thought I would do is have some goals down here, maybe take some notes of things I want to do for next week, and then the daily pages, I had some actions that I wanted to get done, and you can see I didn't do anything over the weekend, actually. I actually had a migraine over the weekend, so I was not scrapbooking at all the whole weekend, but I did 1 day of scrapbooking and then 1 day in here tinkering, so I didn't have any notes for that day. I wrote some action things on here to print photos. I'm going to really work on knocking that out for this next week. I haven't filled this out at all except print December photos, and I've got to bring those over to the next week. But I thought since there's so many lines, I can keep track of my supply list, so I can go back and blog or video the things and keep track of the supply list for you guys, because I know you guys like to know what products I use for things. So it's easy for me to be in here scrapbooking and have, the product packaging or whatever and write it down as I'm doing it. That's basically how I'm going to be using this. Now, I really just love the Inkwell Press look. I don't really have any plans for them. These boxes here, but I thought I could keep track of the big scrapbook challenges that I want to play with on this monthly view. And I don't know about notes, maybe some video ideas down here. And there are a couple of pages, I think, at the very end of each month. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, there's a couple of notes pages, so I can keep track of ideas and, longer ideas on there for brainstorming and stuff. So it just lets me think about scrapbooking and have it all concentrated in one spot, making sure I'm still thinking about scrapbooking and getting that creative outlet, because it is a me time thing and I've pushed it aside. When the house stuff happened, it was really tough, and I just turned inward instead of creating. I think I need to get back to the creating and give myself that me time, and it'll fill me with a little bit more joy. So I wanted to share this with you guys. I do have a coupon code if you're interested in any of the Inkwell Press planners, not necessarily just this one. I will share that coupon in the description box down below, as well as my walking through the different Inkwell Press planners that I am using for various things this year. So I have just left this one on my desk, and I just think it's beautiful. So I can just have this sitting out on my desk next to me while I'm scrapbooking and, jot my notes down on the little day that we're on and keep track of it that way. So I just love how it looks. It's just sitting out on my desk like so, and it's beautiful. So I wanted to also show you guys my progress for week 1. I didn't have much progress, but I will show it to you here. I made 1 Project Life spread. This is week number, gosh, I don't know what week this is, 43 or 44. I don't have my little sticky note, but it's October 22nd through the 28th. The next week is going to be the Halloween week, and she was Cat in the Hat. So I have a ton of really, really cute Cat in the Hat photos. We did a photo shoot outside, and so I have great photos for that. And so here was my week. And then I also have this photo that I'm going to scrapbook tonight. So this is my favorite one from our pumpkin patch that week, and I'm going to traditionally scrapbook this one. I had actually taped it thinking I was going to glue it down, but then I wanted to make this one more special. So I have it just sitting there, upside down over there. Let's zoom out so you guys can see the whole thing. There you go. I didn't realize I was off camera. So there is the whole spread. And again, it's the same kind of thing I've been doing. I've been using up old Elle Studio and old Freckled Fawn goodness. I also have some Studio Calico things in here. Let's see, I'll pull those out because they are so cute. Twine and ink ones. I ended up purchasing like 4 or 5 of this kit. It was on clearance years and years back. I just love the gold sparkly enamel dots. They're super cute. Freckled Fawn has come out with tons of the sparkly ones too since then, so I stocked up. I've got some older Freckled Fawn things in here. Then over here I've got some Doodlebug and some Bella Boulevard and Elle Studio labels. This was from I think an Amy Tangerine pack. I've got these stickers left over. I thought it was really cool with the dark, with the white writing over it. And then this is also a doodle bug here. Let's see. This is Elle Studio for the journaling card. And a lot of these labels were from Elle Studio from two different things. I've got like a stack of stuff in my drawer right next to me. So I pulled things from these two packs, the Family Fun stickers and the everyday labels in the, I think this is the teal or the aqua. I don't know exactly what word they're using for that color. And then I've got some freckled fawn goodness right here and the label here. I just really like how this one turned out. And so I really need to get a move on to finish up 2017. And then I also set up my traveler's notebook. I'm going to be working on a little more personal therapeutic project here. So I've got my traveler's notebook from Freckled Fawn. This is the pocket style, so it's got all sorts of pockets. I also have one of the little pouches in here, and I printed out some photos for that. I also have a blank traveler's notebook, which is what I'm going to use for my actual scrapbooking. And then I have a book here, and this is actually a Lime Life. And it's just a lined page. I don't think they sell these notebooks anymore, but they do sell actual traveler's notebook inserts with all sorts of different designs. They've got dot grid, the lined pages, the totally blank books. They have them like planned out as actual planners and calendars. So you can get tons of different actual traveler's notebook size things. But this notebook actually happened to fit inside this traveler's notebook. So I'm using that just to probably do some journaling or ideas for what I want to do in my actual little scrappy thing here. So I'll show you guys the pictures. I had actually needed to print some photos for some frames for our Christmas tree. We have some like Christmas frame ornaments, and so I needed to print photos for that, but I printed out some like more personal photos. These aren't necessarily things that Olivia is going to care about long term, like that. She's not going to care that I used a face mask, but it's something that I can put in for me. It's more personal things like me enjoying some cheesecake with Bella sitting there watching me. And then this one was super special to me. I will scrapbook a bigger one of these, but this was the first time we painted Olivia's nails. So I have these in here to scrapbook, and they are the smaller size. So I just used pick frame to, make these, and they'll fit really good in here. And I'll have lots of room for, journaling around the photo and decorating a little bit. So this is just more of a personal notebook, more like a therapeutic type of scrapbooking. Not necessarily things that she will care about later on, but it's just something to help me, use my scrapbooking outlet to help find the joy and to help get things off my chest. And so I thought I would give that a try. I have had the traveler's notebooks and the inserts for so long, and I haven't done anything with them. So I thought, new year, fresh start, let's give it a try and actually start doing this traveler's notebook scrapbooking. So I'm going to be working on that. And so I felt proud of myself. I got that one set up. So I am really trying to get out of my funk. It's not just a scrapbook mojo funk, it's a life funk because of the house situation, but I'm working on it. So we have a budget in place, and I'm thinking either in February or in March, I'm going to get all the furniture that I want for this room. We're going to do a big IKEA order. A couple of the things I really want for this room I don't think are going to fit in my SUV, so I might have to actually place an order through IKEA. They do deliver in our area since there is one in town. So I am going to be doing an entire scrapbook room makeover coming up in the next month or two, which I'm really, really excited about. I've planned it all out, and I think that's going to be super fun. And I think that is it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed looking at my little game plan that I've got going on. I will probably share this week's progress with you next week and show you the progress that I made. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys get lots of scrapbook time. So be sure to give me a thumbs up and follow me along by subscribing, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching.